Pleasure to have with us Dr. Radhika KN ma'am, who will be the orator of the day today. And the topic is Swatchh Bharat Abhiyan for Environmental Sustainability. So let me just first introduce you to ma'am. About ma'am, what I want to say is Dr. Radhika is currently working as Associate Professor in Department of Civil Engineering at East West Institute of Technology, Bangalore. She has completed her Masters of Science degree in Applied Geology course with second rank in year 2005 and completed her PhD in year 2013 from Bangalore University on the topic entitled as an approach for groundwater development and management using geoinformatic techniques in central part of Swarnamukhi River Basin, Karnataka, and have been actively involved in research activities for societal needs since then. She has been a fellow of various professional bodies like Geological Society of India, Indian Society for Remote Sensing, Institute for Exploring Advances in Engineering, etc. I have around 53 national and international conference presentations and around 15 publications in various reputed national and international journals to my credit, have been recognized with 15 Best Paper Awards in various national and international conferences. And not to forget, she has written scientific articles to various newspapers as well in Kannada and English both. She has been awarded the Young Scientist Award by Bangalore, Karnataka's Sahitya Parishad for contribution in Kannada in the field of hydrogeology and other allied sciences in year 2019. And this year she has been nominated for Young Researcher Award by Institute of welcome you all. We welcome you all for the session and we welcome you, ma'am. Now I'll be handing over it to Radhika, ma'am. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for the brief introduction. And a warm good afternoon to everyone. So currently, I'll be speaking about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan for environmental sustainability. Yes, there is a small change in the topic what I had given in earlier. It was regarding the environmental concerns. So, you know, when I was just preparing the PowerPoint presentation, I thought I should also speak about sustainability because, you know, you are the young minds whom I'm addressing to. And these young minds are the future of India. So I thought I should also add a small information about sustainability also. So I have just included in this. Okay. So as I said, my topic for the day is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan for environmental sustainability. So how do we do it? So let us first discuss about what is Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and why it is required. Okay, this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is also called as Swachh Bharat Mission or Clear India Mission in English. This is basically done for the management of solid and liquid waste, whatever we generate. Okay, this was initiated in the year 2014 by Government of India by the then Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, to basically eliminate open defecation. Andre ಓಪನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಯಾವ ತರ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲದೂ ಒಂಥರ ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ದಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಐಡಿಯಾ. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಇವಾಗ ವಿನು ಸಿಟೀಸಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇಶ್ಯೂ ಆರ್ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ ಇಸ್ solid waste management. So these were the two major issues which we, India was struggling with. So our Honorable Prime Minister started it. And it was started on 2nd October 2014. And there was actually a, deadline of 5 years that by the year 2019, we wanted our entire country to be open defecation free. Andre, ಬಯಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು was the basic idea behind Swachh Bharat mission. Okay, so keeping this in mind, let us go what actually we have to do for doing it. So as I said, Swachh Bharat mission is for waste management. How do we do it? We have to segregate the waste. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಓಪನ್ ನಾವು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಕಸಗಳೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ and biodegradable waste, if it is separated and limited amount of water is used, and if we don't mix up with the fecal waste, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಮೂತ್ರದ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಅಡಿಗೆ ಮನೇಲಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸುವಂತ ನೀರುಗಳನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ definitely we can sustainably manage the environment. That is the basic mission of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so yatake namge Swachh Bharat Abhiyan bekittu? Basically, you can see in this particular picture, we had absolutely no breakage for anything. So we were contaminating the environment to the core. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ozone layer ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು small hole generate ಆಯ್ತು. All these I think you would have already seen in your school days, okay, before joining diploma, because generally these are the ones which we generally give for writing essays in English and Kannada. So I think most of you will be knowing about it. So let me not get into the details because you should know something beyond it now. Okay, so to avoid the pollution that is happening to the environment, okay, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan was done. How do we eradicate the pollution? That particular concept is what is called as sustainability. Sustainability andrenu, aramagi nicely how we can stay in this particular environment is what is basically sustainability. Andrenu, now if we have to be living happily, what we want health, correct? So we need health. For a proper health, we need to have good basic requirements like water, food and air. So these three, considering these three, the basic idea of environmental sustainability and Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is to give you or give people the best water, best food and best air for breathing. Okay, so this is the basic idea. Now, speaking about two things, as I said, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is about managing solid waste and liquid waste. So now let us see why Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in Indian scenario. Sorry, first let us discuss about it in global scenario, then in Indian scenario, and further finally in with respect to Bangalore. I'll just show you a couple of videos to show you what exactly, how we are degrading the environment in degrading the environment because of very bad solid waste management. Okay, so to start with, solid waste generation 10 years ago, it was around 2.9 billions. Okay, we had around 2.9 billion urban residents who was generating about 0.64 kilograms per capita per day. Andre ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯ 0.64 kgs ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಅರ್ಧ ಕೆಜಿಗಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲಿ ಇರೋ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಇಫ್ ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್, ಇಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಟು ಅರೌಂಡ್ 0.68 billion tons per year. Today we are about 3 billion urban residents. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಅಂತ ಸಿಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋರ್ನ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ರೆಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Okay, we are around 3 billion urban residents, and now we are generating about 1.2 kgs per capita per day. Okay, which is summing up to 1.3 billion tons per year. And in another 5 years, it is going to increase. Estu andre the urban population is expected to increase to about 4.3 billion people, and the waste generation also will go up to 1.42 kgs per capita per day, which sums to about 2.2 billion tons per year. So isn't it alarming? It is almost 3 to 4 times more. 10 years ago, that is in 2010 to 2025, within 15 years, look at the changes that is happening. So now if we only generate waste, then it is a problem. So what should we do? We need to clearly manage waste for environmental sustainability. Okay, so that is what is the basic agenda being including. Sorry for interrupting students. I'll just mute you all if you are all okay, so that nobody can interrupt in between. Yes, I have muted you all. If you want anything, you can just raise your hands or you can just put it in the chat box so that I can speak to you guys. Yeah. Sorry for the interruption again. So speaking about solid waste management with respect to India, we Indians generate about 4 crore tons per year. And, by 2025, it is, projected to increase to about 10 crore tons per year. And the per capita amount to be 255.5 kgs. ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಈ ತರ ತುಂಬಾ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? Why this is going up? It is because of the rapid urbanization and inadequate infrastructure that is present in India. Okay, this is the major cause for all the solid waste that is going up in the country. Okay, now what happens if we are dumping the waste? What do we do generally? We will take it, and generally in near our houses, BBMP people will come, we'll just go and put the waste. And ultimately what happens to that waste? We are not bothered when it comes to that, right? So that is the mistake we are doing. So what happens when there is dumping like that? You can see that in a short term, when say for example, people will not take waste from your houses, what happens? It will start stinking, vasne barutte, correct? And ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಕಸನ ಅಕ್ಯುಮುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ it will also remove the aesthetic value, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ we may expect some pets and flies and something, and ನಾಯಿಗಳು ಬಂದು ಕಿತ್ತಾಕತ್ತೆ. All these sort of problems are generally observed, correct? So ultimately ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಾರ್ದೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಡ್ರೈನ್ ನಡೀತಾ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನದಿ ಹರಿತಿತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಸಿತೀವಿ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಅದು ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಕಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. And again we will face another type of problem which is called as urban flooding. So these can be termed to be short term effects. ಇದು ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ನೀವು ಕಸಾನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇದು ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಲೀಚೇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಎ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಫಿಲ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇದೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವಾಟರ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಏರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ವಾಟರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಏರ್ ಪೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ವಿಯಸ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. Okay, so ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೆ I'll just show you with the help of a diagram. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, precipitation basically means rainfall. Okay, so rainfall ಬರುತ್ತೆ. rainfall ಬರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, some amount of rainfall along with the leachate will go to the surface water bodies and it will contaminate surface water, and some amount of water will percolate ಅಂದ್ರೆ infiltrate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಳಕ್ಕೆ. It will create a groundwater. Okay, along with the leachate it will infiltrate, so it will go and join the wells from where we extract groundwater, contaminating the resource. Okay, so this landfill, without taking any precautions, if you dump, it will become a biggest headache. And I can just give you some examples of how it has actually affected our environment. Okay, so I have taken a small area called Lakshmipur, which is in southern Bangalore. Bannerghatta road alli ide. It is around 20 kilometers from the city center. You can observe, idu actually blue color ena hakidivi line, the blue color line whatever I have put is the landfill site. Okay, this is the landfill site which we have selected, and I'll show you what are the problems that is happening because of this unscientific dumping. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗುಡ್ಡ ಇತ್ತು. there was a hilly terrain in this area and all the rocks was excavated or quarried basically for various purposes, civil engineering purposes, and finally this particular area was a huge ಡಿಪ್ರೆಷನ್, ಒಂದು ಓಪನ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಒಂದು ಗುಂಡಿ ಇತ್ತು ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗುಂಡಿ ಇತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು BBMP-ನವರು, ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಥ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ದಿಸ್. ಯಾವಾಗ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅವರು? ದೇ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2012. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಈ ಗುಂಡಿ ತುಂಬ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ವೆನ್ this particular solid waste site, landfill site was full, they stopped dumping in the year 2014. Now, let me show you what are the problems that has happened in that particular region. So this is one particular sample, whatever we are trying to collect. You can see here, around 50 feet ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು well ಇತ್ತು. Lakshmipur village, entire village, it was a community well where people used to take water for drinking. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ leachate travel ಹೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ I'll just annotate and show it to you. See, the leaches started flowing here like this, and it reached this particular site. The entire well has got contaminated. And this particular region, whatever I'm showing you, again drawing ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. This is actually a surface water body which is also contaminated because of the landfill leachate and leachate water coming and joining the water body over here. Okay, so to understand the characteristics of this area, what did we do is we try to collect some more samples. One sample collect madidvi, illondu 50 meters ದೂರದಲ್ಲಿ. Okay, ಈ ಕಡೆ ಕೆರೆ ಏರಿ ಮೇಲಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು 3-4 sample try ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. For our astonishment, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಾಟರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಇದೆ. ಆದ್ರೂ ಈ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಂಪಲ್ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ನೋಡಿ, this gave a water like this. This is actually groundwater. Groundwater should be more purified as compared to surface water. Looking at this, will anybody be able to use this water for drinking purpose or even for toiletry purposes? No, nobody can use this water for either drinking or toiletry purposes. So this is the actual situation of the village Lakshmipur. Okay, so this is regarding water pollution, I have told you. So the next will be the air pollution in this area. Okay, this is a small video I would like to show to you. Okay, I'll just switch on the video. This is actually a well immediately next to the solid waste management site. Obviously, there is absolutely no water in this area, you can clearly see. But if you just try to keep small paper nearby, idu nodi kallal muchidare, benki eno hachilla yarunu. Just by keeping a paper only, you can see that it started burning. So this tells that this particular area is completely contaminated and the subsurface is generating biogas. The way we generate biogas in our day-to-day lives, similarly, we can, the solid waste, improper solid waste is also generating the biogas, which can be trapped and used as fuel. Okay, now ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಗಣಿನೂ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯಾವ ತರ ಬಯೋಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಯೋಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇದನ್ನ ಯಾರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ amicably if we try to do this, we can definitely avoid groundwater contamination or surface water contamination and also air contamination. Okay, so this is the reason proper solid waste management has to be done, and this is the very important terminology or aspect you have to understand about Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so adaita, so as I showed you over here, this was somewhere over here. Idu landfill site pakka illi navu weldu photograph na nimma video na torisde. So ivaga landfill site mele yenagtade, what is happening on the landfill site, let us see about it. It is also a small video. Can you see some amount of water is there and the water is bubbling like anything? Correct? This is nothing but the generation of methane, which is a biogas basically. Okay, the particular gas that is generated because of landfilling of waste is called as syngas, syngas, syngas anta karitivi. Syngas basically is nothing but the biogas which consists of about 60% of methane and 40% of carbon dioxide. Okay, this 60% of the methane is very, very harmful, and it is also leading to the global warming. And ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೊಸ ಟರ್ಮಿನಾಲಜಿ ಈಗ ಕೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಹೀಟ್ ಐಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳಿಲ್ದೆ ಎಕ್ಸಸ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಈ ತರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡದೆ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದನೂ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಕ್ಲೈಮೇಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಶೋ ಯು. ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೇನ್ ವಿ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು put one paper. He is one of my professors who had joined me for the field work. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಬೆಂಕಿ ಹತ್ಕೋತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನಾವು ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಲಿಟ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿಫಿಕ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಯಾವತ್ತೋ ಒಂದಿನ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದು ಕೂಡ ಈ ತರ ಬೆಂಕಿಗಳು ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಚಾನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ somebody has raised hands. I will ask I will solve all your queries once I finish the lecture. Okay, so the next one more landfill I would like to speak about is Bengaluru. So ee tara Lakshmipurdal agiro anta problems, whatever problems we have faced in Lakshmipur, if that has to be avoided, yen ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು BBMP ನವರು, they started ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕ್ವಾರಿ ಸೈಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಯರರ್ ಟು ಯೋರ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ಬಾಗಲೂರು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಾಗಲೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೇ ತರ ಕ್ವಾರಿ ಸೈಟ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಆ ಕ್ವಾರಿ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಟ್ ದ ಬಾಟಮ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪುಟ್ ದ ಟಾರ್ಪಾಲ್ so that the leachate will not percolate into the groundwater, neither the leachate will travel out. So that was a basic idea of BBMP in doing this. Adan ಮಾಡಿ they started land filling like this. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಇದು ಸೇಮ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, 2014 ಅಥವಾ 2015 ಅಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತು. ಯಾವಾಗ ದಿಸ್ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಫುಲ್, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಟಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎನಿವೇಸ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು, ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಹೌಸ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಹೊರಗೆ ಬರಬಾರ್ದು, ಯಾವ ತರ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀಪುರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂತು ಅದೇ ತರ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ದೇ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟೆಡ್ ಎ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ over here, and they had taken all precautions for the escape of gases. ಈ ತರ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಪೈಪ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ planted trees and all, and everything was beautiful over here. And ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಬಾವಿನೂ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ಫಾರ್ ದ ಎಸ್ಕೇಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್. ಈ ಬಾವಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ರಮ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಸೌಂಡ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒಂಥರ ಗುಡು 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 ಒಂಥರ ಸೌಂಡ್ ಬರೋದಕ್ಕೂ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಯಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ BBMP ಡಿಡ್ ಎ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಡಿಡ್ ನಾಟ್ leave any passage for the removal of leachates. When the leachates were not removed, all the leachates actually started reacting with the organic waste that is present. And when the organic waste is reacting too much and too much, the global warming potential of the area has gone up. Okay, so idu methane elladu escape ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ atmosphere ಗೆ, and it is polluting the air also. Now the water has got polluted irrespective of what type of water it is, surface water or groundwater, everything is already polluted. Okay, and now to avoid water pollution we are polluting air to the more higher extent. Okay, so this sort of problems has to be avoided. So government of India has come up with a Abhiyan or a mission which is called as Swatchh Bharat Abhiyan. So now you can ask me, ma'am, if it is only some places in Bangalore, one or two places, you said one is in Bengaluru, nodi park whatever you saw is Bengaluru, which is very nearby to the Kempegowda International Airport, and one is in Lakshmipur, which is in the southern Bangalore. Then what is the problem anta ನೀವು ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. But in the research whatever we conducted, you can observe that there are more than 20 such sites, all distributed at the periphery of Bangalore. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆನೂ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ನಾವು ಇದೇ ತರ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ನ ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಎಂಟೈರ್ ಪೆರಿ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸಿಟಿ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಯ್ತು, ಕಾಡ್ ಬಂದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಯಾವ್ದೋ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳು, ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತದ ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲಾವುದು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸಿಟಿ ಒಳಕ್ಕೆ, ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ರೀಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪೆರಿ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ರೀಜನ್. ಸೊ ಈ ರೀಜನ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಂಟ್ಯಾಮಿನೇಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. Actually, this was a funded project by Vision Group of Science and Technology. Government of Karnataka ದುಡ್ಡು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿದಿರೋದು. ಇನ್ನೂ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಫಿಲ್ ಸೈಟ್ಸು ದಿನದಿಂದ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ ಏರ್ತಾನೆ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದನ್ನ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡೂ ದ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ವಿಚ್ ವಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಗ್ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು. ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗೇನೆ ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಭಾರತ್ ಅಭಿಯಾನ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವಾಗ ಬರೀ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಚ್ಛ ಭಾರತ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಾಗಲ್ಲ, ಅದಕ್ಕೊಂದು ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಕೂಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್? ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, I have tried to calculate what is the amount of methane that is getting generated with respect to the population of Bengaluru. Okay, a particular procedure ಏನಿದೆ, that procedure was followed with respect to Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change ಅಂತ. This is a UN, United Nations ಒಂದು ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್. ಅವರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಅವ್ರು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂತ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ಸ್ ನ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ದು ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡು ಐ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಡೂ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ಡೇಟಾನ ನಾನು BBMPದು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ 2008 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪಬ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಗಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So what are the data I have taken? I have taken the amount of waste generated in Bangalore, what was the time of dumping, and the decomposition of the waste to ಎಷ್ಟು time ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ, leachate generation ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು time ತಗೊಳುತ್ತೆ. That is the amount of data what I required, which was easily available sitting on my chair and table in college only. ನಾನೇನು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ, ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಿಕ್ತಿತ್ತು. I have just taken that. Okay, and ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಂಡೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2012 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಡಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಶುರುವಾಗಿ 2014 ಅಂದ್ರೆ 2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಮಾತ್ರ ಡಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ತರ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನನಗೆ ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು, 1.25 crores ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. ಪರ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಾ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಷನ್, ಅದು ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಬಯೋಡಿಗ್ರೇಡಬಲ್. ಬಯೋಡಿಗ್ರೇಡಬಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ತರಕಾರಿ ಸಿಪ್ಪೆ ಅಥವಾ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಈ ತರ ಯಾವುದು ಅಟ್ಮಾಸ್ಫಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, ಅವಾಯ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಪೇಪರ್, ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಬಯೋಡಿಗ್ರೇಡಬಲ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್. ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರನೇ 0.35 kgs per day ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು 2.5 ವರ್ಷ ಡಂಪಿಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ವಿತಿನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ we are generating about 4,274 tons of methane per year. ಒಂದು ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 4,274 ಟನ್ ಮೀಥೇನ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದೀವಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ, ನಾವು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ಸಿಲಿಂಡರ್ಸ್, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಅಟ್ ಹೋಮ್, regular cylinders which is around 4.2 kgs gas cylinders, when we try to calculate it comes to around 3 lakh LPG cylinders. So e particular biogas, if we try to trap it and use it, okay, so this will definitely act as a renewable energy, and the stress on the coal and other natural products can also come down. So this is one of my research findings only, I should say. And so this was regarding solid waste management, mismanagement, and how we can improve all those I have told. Okay, so now speaking about the liquid waste management. What is liquid waste basically? Well, liquid waste is whatever liquid ನೀರಿನಂಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ ಏನ್ ತೆಗಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು. Okay, that is also a big concern both in rural areas as well as in urban areas. So what should we do basically? Let me discuss what is sanitation first. This particular sanitation refers to the public health conditions related to clean drinking water and adequate treatment and disposal of human excreta and sewage. ಎಂದ್ರೇನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪೈಪು ಅಥವಾ ಸೀವೇಜ್ ಪೈಪ್ ಅಂತ ಜನರಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್. Okay, so this sewage pipe is basically taking out all the liquid waste we generate. We use water for drinking. Okay, we remove excess water from our body in the name of urination. Okay, and we wash clothes, we wash utensils, we wash our cars, etc., etc., etc. For everything we need water. Correct. So this water, almost whatever we are giving, whatever we take, around 80% of it can be said to be wastewater basically. Okay, so that wastewater is what do we do? Generally we collect the wastewater or the BBMP collects the wastewater and it is allowed to put it in the nearby water bodies. So what is happening to the surface water bodies? It is getting contaminated. A very big issue anywhere for that matter. Okay, so our previous generation, okay, so Nimma generation alla, Nim Tatan Kaldali, your grandfathers and great grandfathers, if they wanted to drink water whenever they used to travel, they used to stop nearby a water body, near a pond or a lake or anywhere for the or a river. They used to drink water comfortably. Can we afford to do it today? Absolutely no. If we try to do it, we will definitely go to the doctor immediately after an hour or an two. Okay, ಒಂದೆರಡು ಗಂಟೆ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ಯಾರಂಟಿ ನಾವು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹತ್ರ ಹೋಗ್ಲೇಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೇ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರೆಯೋದು. So what is this sanitation basically? The key goal of sanitation is to reduce human exposure to pathogens. Pathogens ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಈ ನಮಗೆ ಕಾಲ್ರಾ, ಟೈಫಾಯ್ಡು ಆ ಥರ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ನ ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಡ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಂತ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ, ವೈರಸ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ, that is basically sanitation all about. Okay, this sanitation intends to provide clean and safe environment to people and avoid spread of diseases. So sanitation, if it is not proper, it has effects on three different ways, okay, to people. Yavyavdu, first one is the human health, second one is the environment, and third one is the economic activities. So idu mooru melu kuda it has a profound impact. And in fact idanna artha madkondanta the father of our nation, Gandhiji avaru, okay, he said once, sanitation is more important than independence in India. So avatte avaru astu importance kottidare almost 7 to 8 decades back. And even today we are struggling to take that into consideration. Andre ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತು ಕೂಡ ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನೋಡೋಣ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವೆನ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡಿರೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀರೊಳಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ವೃಷಭಾವತಿ ನದಿನೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರೇ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ವೃಷಭಾವತಿ ನದಿ, ಇವಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನಂತೀರಾ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕೊಚ್ಚೆಮೋರಿ ಅಂತೀರಾ. ಖಂಡಿತ ಅದು ಕೊಚ್ಚೆಮೋರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಅ ಟೈಮ್ ಅ ವೆರಿ ಗುಡ್ ರಿವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆ ರಿವರ್ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವೇಸ್ಟ್, ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇಂದ ವೇಸ್ಟು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಮನೆಗಳಿಂದ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಂತ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಾದನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ 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 ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ನದಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ನದಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಹೌ ಡು ವಿ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ನಾವು? ಅದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸ್ಯಾನಿಟೇಷನ್ ನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ, ಈ ವೃಷಭಾವತಿ ನದಿ ನೀರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ಡೇಂಜರಸ್ ಏಲ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ ಟು ಕಮ್. ಅದರಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ವೃಷಭಾವತಿ ನದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಶಿಂಷಾ ರಿವರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಶಿಂಷಾ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯು ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್. And this Shimsha river in turn will go and join to Kaveri. And after treatment, again I'm telling you, after treatment we are trying to drink the same water that is coming from our KRS dam to Bengaluru. So indirectly nave ಹಾಳ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ನೀರ್ನ ನಾವೇ ಕುಡಿತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. Okay, this is the actual, but of course after wastewater ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಸೂಟಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕುಡಿತಿರೋದು, ಅದು ಒಪ್ಕೋತೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ರೋರ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಒಂದೊಂದಾಗಿ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆನ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್. ನೌ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್, ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಯು ಹರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಬೆಳಂದೂರ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವರ್ತೂರ್ ಲೇಕ್? Can anybody raise the hand so that I can come to know that yes, you guys know about Bengaluru Lake and Vartur Lake? Raise ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ hands? Yes, somebody raised your hand. Good. Yeah, Sudha, Induja ಎಲ್ಲ raise ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. So most of you are knowing. So these are two water bodies, Bengaluru Lake, Vartur Lake, that is present. Okay, so in Bangalore only. And you would have recently heard in the videos and also in the audios wherein people say that, Bengaluru Lake and Vartur Lake is actually giving out smoke like this, fog like this. ಬಿಳಿ ನೊರೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಬೆಳಂದೂರ್ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ತೂರ್ ಲೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ಈ ತರ ಬಿಳಿ ನೊರೆ ಬಂತು, ultimately it started catching fire like this. Okay, so this particular fire is also because of improper waste management. Andreno, whatever waste we generate within the industries, within our houses and all, everything without treatment, we are just putting it to the water bodies, and it causes a particular thing which is called as eutrophication. Okay, ಈ ಫಿಗರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯೂಟ್ರಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಅಂತ. ವರ್ತೂರ್ ಲೇಕ್ ಅಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಪುಟೇನಹಳ್ಳಿ ಅಂತ, ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಇನ್ ಸೌತ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್. All the wastewater from Puttenhalli and RT Nagar comes to Belandur Lake and finally joins in Vartur Lake. This particular sewage has got higher amount of phosphates, ammonia and other chemical contaminants that comes out from industries. So e chemical contaminants enagate, it will start affecting the aquatic plants. Okay, aquatic plants affect ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ it creates a green layer on the water body. Green layer ಏನಪ್ಪ, basically in Kannada we call it as ಪಾಚಿ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು ಅಂತ. Okay, so ಆ ತರ ಪಾಚಿ ಕಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ತರ ಆಲ್ಗೆ, ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಪಾಚಿ ಕಟ್ಟೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಗೆ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಾಸ್ಫೇಟ್ಸ್ which lead to the formation of foam. Okay, nore create agadike, the phosphate that is present is the major cause, and this phosphate is very very toxic to human health. It causes cough, sneezing, and it pollutes the entire area. And when the phosphate and other nutrients, ammonia is too much, they will create what is called as methane again. Okay, methane again is generated, and this methane, okay, so creates fire that we observe on this Vartur and Belandur lakes. Okay, so this is one of the major causes why we require Swatch Bharat Abhiyan. Bari ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ Swatch Bharat Abhiyan ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತ. I'll come in another maximum 5 or 6 slides. I'll tell you what exactly and how it is implemented in India and what are the ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಈಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 5 years ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ್ಲಿಂದ ಎನ್ವೈರನ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟ್ರೈ ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಯು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ only we cannot just stop over here. There is one more problem, that is the economy aspect of India. So when it comes to the sanitation problem, India loses about 53.8 billion US dollars every year. Okay, andre enu andre because of poor sanitation, and this poor sanitation will deteriorate the water quality, and the water quality will have direct impact on various activities like agriculture, industrial production, fisheries, aquaculture, and many other. And most of the tourism is also avoided. Obviously, one area adali cholera ide andre, who will prefer to go to that area for tourism? So all these sort of problems are also faced by not only by India, also the entire world is facing it. And most commonly the Vietnam, Philippines, Indonesia, Cambodia, other developing countries are facing this issue. And globally 260 billion US dollars are wasted because of poor sanitation process, and this is actually more in the developing countries like India, which is a major area of concern. Okay, adrinda we need to have a proper sanitation. And I have, in this particular slide, I have just tried to give just a minute. Yeah. In this particular slide, I have just tried to give you the global scenario of need of sanitation. And there is a study from World Health Organization that around 2.1 billion, urban population does not have proper sanitation. It is particularly urban population. And by the year 2017, whatever study was carried out by World Health Organization and UNICEF, it was a joint program. they reported that about 4.5 billion people currently do not have safely managed sanitation. If the sanitation is not proper, obviously the drinking water will be a biggest issue, and about 2.2 billion people does not have safe drinking water worldwide. When the drinking water is not proper, obviously it will affect the health of the people. Okay, so there is one more problem also. In the year 2017, there was a study which stated that around most parts of India, okay, and South Asia basically, and Northern Africa will have water stress, very high water stress. And ಈ water stress ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕುಡಿಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನೀರೇ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That is what basically the water stress is all about. And this is going to be increasing over the years basically because of pollution. If you have to avoid pollution, you have to do sanitation. And sanitation is achieved as of now successfully by Swatch Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so this is what is the actual importance of Swatch Bharat Abhiyan. Ivattu, this actually is a global scenario of sanitation, and you can see India. So based on this map, you can see less than 50% of the people are only having proper sanitation. And the 2014 alli Sustainable Development Goals, which was given by United States, actually published this. Looking at this, then Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Honorable Narendra Modi, he started the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ within India, India has about 18% of the world's population, but only 4% of the world's surface water resources. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 18% ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಪ್ಯುಲೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನೀರು ಈವನ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ 4% ಆಫ್ ದ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ವಾಟರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ the major problem without water is drought, and around 500 million people are affected by drought in India. Okay, so this is a biggest area of concern. Without water we cannot do anything, so we need to save water. Quantity wise only, we already have very small amount of water, but what are we doing now? We are also deteriorating the quality without proper sanitation, and because of which 1/5 of the child's death is because of diarrhea. That is because of improper sanitation in India. And nearly 1,02,813 children die due to diarrhea every year in India, a biggest area of concern, correct? So that is the reason we have to have a proper sanitation. If this is the scenario, now let us try to deviate a little to rural and urban. What exactly is the problem? Okay, so in 2017, a program, joint monitoring program, said that 520 million people in India were defecating in the open every day. Andre ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಯಲಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗ್ತಿತ್ತು, 2.5% ಆಫ್ all the economy of India was affected because of this particular idu. Yakendre it was leading to waterborne diseases. And economy helbeku anta helidre $54 billion astu health care nalli we used to lose money. Not only because of the healthcare, we used to lose tourism and all because of the very bad situation whatever we had in India. To avoid this, Swachh Bharat mission exclusively for the rural area, that is Gramin, was given on 2nd October 2014, which covered, okay, which for sanitation coverage, andre e particularly janakke toilet kattisi kodode was the biggest thing. Okay, and we had about only 39% of the toilet system within the houses in rural India, which came up to 76% in the year 2018. Such a drastic. Now we already are in 2020. I'll give you what is actually the current scenario of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan now. So ee ella process, particularly this rural water sanitation enide, that is taken care by a nodal agency which is called as Rural Water Supply and Sanitation Board anta. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಈ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಕುಡಿಯಕ್ ನೀರ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ ಅಥವಾ ರಿಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಾ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದನ್ನು ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ ವಿಚ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಗಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ರೂರಲ್ ಸಿನಾರಿಯೋ. ಓಕೆ, ಈ ಸಿಟೀಸಿಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ, ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗಾಗಲೇ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ only even today only 30% of the wastewater that we generate in the urban areas are treated. This 70% is directly put into the nearby water bodies. ಏನಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಇದರಿಂದ the surface water in and around the city is getting contaminated to the core. Okay, so what are the solution for all these? The solution for all these is the wastewater management. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, we have to first of all avoid the amount of water we are using on a daily basis. Generally when we were young, ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಹಂಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೀರು ತೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು we used to take bath. 1 ಬಕೆಟೋ 2 ಬಕೆಟೋ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಅದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರಬೇಕು. ನಿಮ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಈಗ what is happening to the current this thing, you people are switching on the showers, which wherein you will be using around 10 to 15 buckets of water. Okay, almost double to triple times of water to take bath. So first and foremost thing what you have to do is you have to reduce the amount of water you are using on a daily basis. First thing. Next, whatever water you have already used, that you have to treat it and then allow the water to move into the natural water bodies. Okay, that treatment is what is called is a very costly process. Okay, and sometimes after treatment you can also reuse this water. That is what is water wastewater reclamation or wastewater recycling is all about. And you can ask me, yaar ee tara koche neer agiro antadana kuditare anta. As I said, naturally we are already drinking. Okay, now we are forced to drink in a different way also. I request Vijay Kumar not to do any annotations, please. Okay, so this is about wastewater management. And wastewater manage madodrinda, you know what happens, you can generate some biogases, as I just told you with respect to solid waste management. So ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ we can comfortably take out and reuse the material and we can sustainably manage the environment. Okay, speaking about the status of wastewater management in India, which comes under upper middle income countries, you can see that we are right now in the year 2015, we are actually treating only 62% of the water and rest 31% is left out like that only. This is actually a converse scenario, but reports alli irod ide tara ide. Okay, so this need to be addressed properly. Okay, and there are some more statistics. I think time, we are going out of time, so I will skip these statistics and go and speak about the actual thing, what is Swatchh Bharat Abhiyan all about. Okay, so the best way, there are some countries like Singapore and all which are actually comfortably and scientifically managing this wastewater. And in fact, in Singapore, if you have to visit, whenever you go, there is nothing called as a packaged drinking water over there. Empty bottle will be kept in your hotel room. You can just go and take the water in the bathroom and you can definitely drink it. Initially, when I went to Singapore, yes, I faced, what is this? How can we drink this water and all? But looking at the packaged water price and all, I was also forced to drink it. But I should say that the water quality is the best. Okay, so whatever water they are using it for drinking, the same water is being used for other purposes also. And it is a very, very small city, which is an island basically. Rainfall is the only way in which they'll get water from. So there is absolutely no other source of water. And whatever wastewater they generate, that is what has been converted into something called as new water. They are so technologically advanced that they are comfortably managing whatever they want. Okay, and we have similar examples from small sewage treatment plants. One is situated in Chennai, the other one is situated in Kolkata as well. Okay, national examples kuda ide. And one unique practice which I want everybody to understand is called shame by fame. Okay, this is actually the Swatch Bharat Abhiyan's survection only. ಅದರಿಂದ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಯ್ಪುರ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸಿಟಿ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಸಿಟಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಡನ್ ಇಸ್ they have created what is called as Afsaronki Gashti. Afsar andre officers. Okay, one set of officers will be moving every day morning at 6 a.m. and they will be, patrolling. That is particularly thing is called as Daksha, where, the proper solid waste and liquid waste management is happening thoroughly. So this sort of unique practices has to be practiced even in our state also. Okay, so speaking about wastewater sanitation, it is absolutely very bad. And I can, this is actually information that was given by a newspaper, Hindu, okay, daily newspaper, where it says that 20% of the sewage generated is only being treated in Bengaluru, and rest 80% is run to the, surface water bodies like that only. So the wastewater is completely contaminated in the city. To avoid all these problems, we need to do Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, as I said, is a countrywide campaign which is biggest in among all the countries in the world, which was given up initiated by the government of India in the year 2014. Okay, basically there were the plan was to do it in 2 phases. Phase 1, actually it ended in October 2019. It started on 2nd October 2014, ended in October 2019. And phase 2 is being implemented now in the year 2020. And another phase, subsequent phase will be in 2024. Okay, and 24-25 academic year alli idagate. The very purpose of doing Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is to create a open defecation free environment. Why this was particularly to 2nd October, which is the birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji. As I said, Mahatma Gandhi ji stressed on sanitation and cleanliness too much, and because of which, that was planned that at least by the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi ji, we intend to keep India clean. That is the basic idea. Okay, so as I said, phase 1 ali, first thing what actually we wanted to do was, the government wanted to do was to eradicate the manual scavenging. Manual scavenging andre eno, kasana tale mele hotkondu hogi jana waste na hakta idru. It was also applicable for fecal waste also. Okay, ನಮ್ಮ ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆನೂ ಕೂಡ ಜನ ತಲೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಹೊತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ಪರಿಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. That was the system that is being practiced over the ages. Okay, to avoid that, we have generally done this. And this has been, the other one thing was to generate awareness to bring about a behavioral change. Jana change agbekalva, ee taradella change agbekare, that was a basic idea. And in the second phase, defecation andre, open defecation andre no, ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬಯಲಲ್ಲಿ ಮೂತ್ರ ವಿಸರ್ಜನೆ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅವಾಯ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡದೆ ಫೇಸ್ 2 actually ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು. And this globally also they are doing, which is called as sustainable development goals. Okay, so speaking about the Gramin Yojana, first and foremost thing people did was to create or generate toilets. Open defecation na avoid ಮಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. So tons of toilets were opened, and you can see that the various states have created so many toilets, and Karnataka has created around 4.02% of number of toilets has gone up actually. Okay, so this is basically, this slide shows you the report card of what has happened. So 2014, you can see that the sanitation coverage in India was 38.7%. In the year 2018, it has gone up to 93%. Iga innu jasti agide. Okay, so and Karnataka in specific, if we are seeing, the sanitation in the year 2014 was 36%. Now it has gone up to 98%. Okay, so there's a drastic change you can observe. So this is the impact of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan basically, and the funding given by the government of India. In urban areas, the wastewater management was a headache in one place. On the other hand, the solid waste management was the biggest issue. In Martvi, generally we try to mix up all the waste. ಓಕೆ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಸ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ತರಕಾರಿ ಅದು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಸಿಪ್ಪೆಗಳಾಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಹಾಕ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಅದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್. ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸ ನಾವೇ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇಟ್, ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ದ ಪೌರ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ? ಸೊ ದೇ ವೇರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಜಸ್ಟ್ trying to just throw it away. Okay, so to avoid that, Swachh Sarvekshan anta every year government of India started doing. During the year 2016, we should be happy to say that Mysore was the cleanest city. Okay, among the 73 cities which were considered. And now by the year 2020, the ranking is done for 4,242 cities. Okay, and Mysore has now come down to some 7th or 8th place, and Bengaluru is far away. It stands 272nd place or something. Okay, 200 plus stage. So the Sarvekshan, whatever they are doing, they actually started for giving a better environment to the people. Okay, over the years, step by step, one changes na korta bandru. Okay, I have just put the details of ranking and all because of the paucity of time. I'll just skip these files. And now let us discuss about the impacts of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. So this is the, whatever I have written over here is from the government of India, which states that 18% of the people stated that the public toilets in the cities has improved. 32% believe that the Swachh Bharat has made the students aware of cleanliness. Okay, students ke cleanliness ella helbeku anta idan madidare. And how do we do it? We can do it with the help of a mobile app which is called as Swachhata app. Even you can download it in your mobiles, and you can also start rating and give your opinion regarding what is actually happening nearby to the environment. Okay, this is indirectly putting pressure on the government agencies so that they can clear the things. So these are some statistics about whatever changes has happened. You can see that, on 2nd October 2014, as I said, there were only 38%, 39% of the households in the rural India had sanitation, bathrooms ittu, toilets ittu. Now it has gone to 81%. And state-wise, if we have to observe, you can see that Karnataka is very, in the lower position, where we need to work more regarding Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Okay, so there was a citizen poll, by one organization which says that people are really happy about 67% of the people say that, the city is very clean as compared to before. And 45% of the people say that, the toilets, public toilets that were present has improved a lot. Okay, so like that only, there were many other questions that has come up. So 83% of the people say that the garbage in the city is not clearly managed. Okay, so that is one area of concern. So we need to concentrate on solid waste management. And 26% of the citizens said that the water bodies are not very clean. It is almost the same as it was before. Okay, rest of them are saying yes, it is okay, it is good anta helta idare. Some of them are saying that. So this is just a public poll. Okay, so when it comes to Swachh Bharat Abhiyan in Karnataka, around 55% of the citizens say that Karnataka has improved over the last 4 years. Okay, and there was another study which shows you how the impact of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has taken place. We can see that malaria has come down. Okay, and this is from the health ministry basically. Okay, diarrhea and malaria both have come down over the years. Okay, in the children less than 5 years of age. And definitely the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan has proved to be better. and I think we can do better. So what can we do for doing it better? So as the name itself suggests, Swatchh, first and foremost thing, you should end open defecation. You should have a proper hand washing practice, and the air pollution should be avoided. You should stop littering, andre elli andralli kasa hakadana nillisbeku, and we should work for a healthy future and make our India clean. This can be achieved by the concept of reduce, reuse, recycle. Okay, so to conclude, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is, of course, even after 67 years of Indian independence, in the year 2014, around 10 crore rural and about 1 crore urban households in India did not have toilets. Okay, and it has drastically changed over the years. And of course, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is working very well. It is also working for the proper environment and proper, sustainability. And we as individuals have to ensure that when it comes to solid waste management, we should segregate our waste, solid waste and plastic waste or paper waste, which can be recyclable. That has to be separately given, so that the Paura Karmikas can definitely manage the solid waste properly. And we have to reduce the use of or generation of wastewater. Okay, so ನೀರ್ನ ಮಿತವಾಗಿ ಬಳಸೋದ್ರಿಂದ, ಕಸನ ವಿಂಗಡಣೆ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan will definitely take place, and even Bangalore can come to the topmost level. So here I end up my lecture and I'm open for questions. I'll just unmute so that you can do it. Yeah, I have unmuted. Any questions?
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
What is the solution for disposing of medical waste? For example, sanitary napkins or some medical waste. So, what is the solution for disposing that?
Yeah, medical waste is again an environmental concern. Very good question, actually. So this sanitary napkins, whatever you are speaking about, comes to the organic waste, which will get biodegraded easily. Okay, so you have to clearly wrap it up in such a way that that can be processed properly. Okay, and speaking about the medical waste, these medical wastes are actually recyclable waste, which has to be sent for recycling, not for dumping. That is the best way of managing the medical waste. I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah. I think there are no more questions from the audience. Over to you, organizers.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I thank Dr. Radhika KN for this wonderful talk, and I hope everyone came to know about the importance of cleanliness, and let's try to take a step towards clean India. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
all for
providing me an opportunity. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
I thank you all for making this session so successful. Thank you all for your wonderful cooperation. And the same tomorrow you guys are having morning session and the afternoon session as well. And I request you all to attend it and make it a good use of it. Thank you all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.